Welcome, I'm SD Kelly. I purchased this cross around St. Patrick's Day from the Dollar Tree, and I was hoping to do something with it around that time. However, things didn't really allow that to happen. I was working too many shifts, I had too many other things going on, so unfortunately I didn't do any St. Patrick's Day DIY, and it's regrettable to me because I'm Irish. Well, sometimes things happen for a reason, and I'm glad I hung on to this cross because I did something really wonderful with it, I think, and I hope that you like it. So what I did was I converted this glittery green St. Patrick's Day cross into a rustic, beautiful Celtic cross just in time for Easter. To see more of my DIY videos, take a second to hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified every time that I upload something new. I started by removing this front piece, and it didn't come off that easy. I actually did this beforehand, but you can see it did put up a little bit of a fight to come off, but I did manage to get it off, and I could probably use this piece for a magnet or something later. This small wooden cross came from Walmart in the craft section, and I've had it in my stash for a while. I've even used it in a previous DIY that was done recently where I created some pallet wood boards. And I'll also be using a willow wreath from the Dollar Tree. When I decided to make this into a Celtic Easter cross, I really didn't know where I was going with it, but I knew the first thing I had to do was to shake off the excess glitter. I then had to turn it over because that glitter was just too distracting and I couldn't be creative and think clearly about which way I wanted to proceed forward. However, I wanted to keep the glitter on there intact and paint over it so I would have a pattern to follow, and you'll see what I mean as this project goes along. So I go to my linen white go-to spray paint for almost everything. I almost start out in this color whenever I haven't really decided what I wanted to do. I'm taking some white Play-Doh here and I'm just filling in the hole, and I'm just going to let that dry. And sometimes I will use spackling paste, or you can use wood filler. And now I'm just taking some white chalk paint and just kind of blending in around it and whatnot, and trying to just smooth it out. I'm going to make this look really rustic. I did decide on that already, so I'm not too worried about the hole there, but I'm not going to use it to hang up this cross. The thing I like about glitter when I paint over it, it kind of works almost like a gesso medium. And gesso medium is similar, I think, to dimensional magic medium that you would use to cause elevations in your paintings or whatever craft you're working on. And I like the glitter for this reason. After you shake off all the loose glitter, you can paint over it, kind of use it the same way. And I'm going over the glitter with some watered down paint that I often use in wood stainings, and it's just holding the watered down paint in place. It's not even running over. I'm not even being that careful with how much I pick up on the brush. The glitter that's been painted over creates a rough surface texture, and it really holds in that watered down paint. It almost won't go over no matter what, even if I kind of try to push it over the glitter line. So that is why I wanted to use the front side of this cross, because of this beautiful Celtic design that was already on it. I just knew I needed to change the colors and do something with it. I'm just going around with the same mixture and brush and just dressing the cross a little bit. I'm taking some acrylic paint in ultramarine blue and some other word I cannot say for the life of me, some type of green. And I'm just mixing them in with some white chalk paint, and I'm kind of going back and forth between wet brushing and dry brushing, especially these corners and stuff. And what I'm trying to do here is create the look of patina, which is like ancient grime. It's rusting over time on certain types of metal. Even though this isn't metal, it has a rough kind of wrought iron texture to it because of the glitter. I'm taking this dark gray Sharpie and I'm just going around, since this has a fine point, and I'm just creating a little bit of surface cracks. I'm even going over that area that was torn off, and it's actually all blending in very well. Even though I'm going to put something over that spot, it still looks very good, like it was meant to be there. I experimented with some other fine point Sharpies that I have to see if I could create some fake patina in the cracks and along the outside, and it did okay. It didn't stand out that much, but I really do like the way that these fine point Sharpies do add some texture and dimension to this cross. And really, to be quite honest, if you follow what I did in this video, you could stop after creating the fake patina and just leave it at that, call it a day. Put the wooden cross on the front if you want, the wreath in the back, and it would look fine. It would look complete. But you know me, I just wanted to keep going. I was having fun and I was on a roll, so I just kept going and added all these distressed cracks in here. And I really like the way that it turned out. I'm using a wood stain marker to stain the outside bottom layer of this cross so it will stand out in the foreground against the lighter colored cross. I decided to go ahead and stain this willow wreath, but I just wanted to show how pretty it could look if you decided not to. I'm taking a wood staining marker, again the same one that I used on the smaller cross, and I'm just going around trying to create this look of partially worn off bark. And I'm also doing that by using some of that thinned out paint that I used earlier to go around, let it saturate through the wreath. And I'm using a sponge brush so that I can get any areas that might be pooling in between the branches. I really wanted this to have an aged and rustic look like the cross. I am just scribbling it on there, and then I decided also to take some of that watered down paint and distress this cross a little bit to make it go more with the overall theme. But I felt like I did it a little too much, so I'm just going around sandpapering it with a fine grit sandpaper, and it worked out good because I needed to sand the edges off a little bit and distress some there too as well. Off camera, I've already painted the back, and now I'm just signing my name and putting the date like I usually like to do with things that I make. This metallic marker dried out on me, but fortunately I have another one in a different color, but it didn't look too bad when I wrote over it. I'm just marking on the wreath about where I want this cross positioned. I'm wrapping about 2 feet of jute rope in between the marks on the side so that I can glue the cross to it from the sides and not just rely on a few branches of the willow wreath. I'm attaching a loop at the center top of this wreath so that I have the option of hanging the cross if I choose to do so later. To have this cross stand upright, I'll be using this paper towel holder that I got from Dollar Tree, and I've used these before in this way to have stuff stand upright. So I'm taking these two styrofoam floral discs and I'm punching it through down on the paper towel holder. I picked up one of these acrylic bowls. They look like glass, but as you can see, I'm about to throw a bunch of rocks in there, and that wouldn't go so well if it was real glass, but it's very pretty like glass. I'm putting some rocks in there for some weight and stability beneath the paper towel holder. I picked up some of these brown baskets at Dollar Tree, and they come with the lids, and these are great for holding all my rocks that I use for my gardening, especially if the rocks have been outside, because I can just easily hose them down and let them dry. There, just wanted to throw that in there. Well, not quite so fast. Here's this other container that I have that I had painted the lid to. I got this at Dollar Tree, and I had Mod Podged some peacock napkins around the side, put a little clothespin there so I could put a label. But I'm going to start using my different kind of mosses in these kind of things. I hope to get an organizational hacks 2 video out sometime, maybe in the next few months or so, and I'll probably include some of those things in my video. I filled the bottom part of this bowl with some moss and made sure that the moss was in between the paper towel holder rim and the bowl so that it didn't show through. Here's a storage box that I had Mod Podged a Paris napkin onto it, and I keep my succulents in here from now on. I really like making my storage containers look pretty so that if I'm working on projects and I have them sitting out as opposed to being put away, that the place still looks nice. I tried to use some wide succulents and then put some taller ones in the back. I didn't really want to tear up the floral foam too much. I may want to go back and put other things in it. So I just used some plants that mostly had leaves that could cover up the base, and then I could put some moss in between them. I hope that you'll like, comment, and share on this video before you leave. And also, if you haven't done so already, I hope you'll go ahead and subscribe. I'd love to have you here. Also, you can follow me and tag me with related content on Instagram. My profile name there is SaggyCat, after a sweet cat named Sagittarius. So here's the final project, and I really like the way that it turned out. I just love the way the succulent plants are so bright and vibrant and add some life to this old rustic cross. I hope that you got some ideas that you could take from this video, and I wish you all a very, very happy Easter. Once again, I am SD Kelly, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and give it a big thumbs up if you did. Also, I hope you will subscribe to my channel because I have many more great ideas to share with you. If you're interested in following me on social media or contacting me, I'll put those links in the description below. I thank you for watching, and bye for now.